Welcome to the JWK show. Thank you for tuning in. As each day passes, we get closer to a digital financial system, a digital world, as we have just in NASDAQ to launch overnight stock trading from 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. ET in December. So in a couple of months, right, we have almost 24/5 trading going on, right? Retail investors being able to trade in the markets even after the markets close, just as we have in the crypto space. So this means essentially we have the markets never closing during the weekdays, running right 24/5 and soon 24/7, just as we have in the crypto markets. And remember, we have a massive crypto catalyst for XRP and a few other digital assets that is in the DTCC, overseeing $114 trillion in securities, fully launching their tokenization service in 2 months in October. We have Russell 1000 stocks, including NVIDIA, Apple, and Microsoft, eligible to be converted into blockchain-based tokens. So we're talking about the biggest stocks, biggest companies coming on chain. And this would allow institutions to tokenize shares and move them between approved wallets 24/7 while keeping the same ownership rights. We're talking about making the markets 24/7, making the markets more available to everyone globally, and to make it as cheap as possible, and also 24/7 and instantaneous transactions. So far, we have around 40 firms joining in its successful trial, including JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, BlackRock, and even Ripple Prime, right, XRP itself. So we have Ripple working with the biggest financial giants, and we have the biggest financial giants confirming that tokenization is indeed the future. Now, talking about these banks, institutions, they are continuing to infiltrate the crypto markets. We have Wall Street giant Jane Street dropping a bombshell SEC filing disclosing owning over $990 million in Bitcoin ETFs. So we have Wall Street buying up the crypto supply and soon the XRP supply, right? We have the second biggest bank, Bank of America, showing up on the XRP ETF cap table. We have fresh 13FHR filed today disclosing a 13,260 share position in a volatility shares XRP ETF. We have Wall Street's biggest names quietly stacking up XRP, and this even includes Goldman Sachs as well. So we're talking about the biggest banks now buying up the XRP supply. A supply shock is indeed coming in. And even in Korea, we have Jeonbuk Bank becoming the first regional bank in Korea to deploy Ripple payments, replacing multi-day SWIFT transfers with near real-time 24/7 cross-border settlement for its business customers. So Korea loves XRP, thus they are now adopting XRP. And now we have in Korea, we have Ripple beginning to replace SWIFT. So we have, again, Jeonbuk Bank becoming the first Korean bank to replace SWIFT and instead use XRP. So this means that eventually we should see more Korean banks following, eventually all of Korea replacing SWIFT and using Ripple Payments XRP instead. And guess what? This has all been foretold by BG123. We either have Ripple replacing SWIFT or SWIFT using XRP. As of now, it seems like we have Ripple replacing SWIFT. However, last year we had the announcement from Watcher Guru of SWIFT forming a partnership with Ripple to use the XRP and the escrow for cross-border payments. So a SWIFT partnership is still on the table. And lastly, guys, this has been in the works for 38 years. We have David Schwartz patent filed back in 1988, and that was the XRP ledger. And every big technology we see is introduced by the government, by the 1%, by aliens, XRP ledger, blockchain technology being one of them, and the 1% always plan decades ahead. So we have XRP, the XRP ledger being part of their decades-long plan, which is why we are so bullish on XRP. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.